We're at IWC in Schaffhausen to have a look at their latest masterpiece, the Portugieser Eternal Calendar. This might sound familiar. Whenever the month is shorter than 31 days, you will have to adjust the date on your watch. That is because most of the mechanical watches have a pretty simple construction. With a perpetual calendar, on the other hand, it accounts for this irregular length of months, and it even accounts for leap years. Besides the irregular length of the month and the leap years, our Gregorian calendar has a few more challenges, and that is that there are some exceptional corrections in the entire calendar in the year 2100, 2200 and 2300. While according to the leap year cycle of 4 years, it should actually be a leap year, and those 3 years are actually no leap year. That means in that year your watch will need a correction. Although that is not a correction you can do yourself. It is a correction that has to be done by a qualified watchmaker. Enter the Portugieser Eternal Calendar. This is a so-called secular perpetual calendar, and this takes into account these exceptional corrections. So the first time this IWC Portugieser Eternal Calendar needs to be adjusted by a qualified watchmaker is actually in the year 3999. Make sure to leave a note for your offspring. On top of that, IWC sets a world record with an extremely precise moon phase. Now that's enough reason to go and have a chat with IWC's Chief Design Officer, Christian Knoop. Christian, thanks so much for having us and to explain this incredibly beautiful new Portugieser Eternal Calendar that you guys created, a so-called secular calendar. Can you explain us what is that kind of calendar and how it was achieved on a technical level? And what are the advantages actually?
Hi Frank, thanks for coming over. Thanks for seeing us here in Schaffhausen. Yes, we're dedicating this year to our Portugieser collection, talking about one of our most prestigious collection. And as you say, the Eternal Calendar is one of the absolute highlights of this collection. This calendar really pays tribute to the fact that IWC sees the competence in mechanical calendars as one of our core competence in fine watchmaking. Since the invention of the perpetual calendar from Claude Claus back in the 80s, we've been exploring perpetual calendars and calendar derivates like complete calendars, annual calendars, time zoners and so on quite intensively on various collections. And now to put the Eternal Calendar into the 2024 Portugieser collection is a significant milestone for us. It's a very exciting piece. It's a piece that really both encapsulates the design DNA of the Portugieser with all its instrument legacy, with its purity, with its size and dimension, and combining this with a complication that is technically very fascinating. It's a calendar complication that combines a secular perpetual calendar, so a calendar that is programmed until the year 3999, with a very specific moon phase, which has an exceptional accuracy of 1 day deviation in 45 million years.
45 million years, that's incredibly spectacular. But the Eternal Calendar construction itself, how was that achieved on a technical level with the different gears?
When you look at the decades between the invention of the Claude Claus perpetual calendar and what we have now, you could see that we were able to improve in the moon phase accuracy in various models, that we will improve in the calendar performance and combining also these calendar with different base movements that contributed to the overall chronometry performance of these watches. So we have been searching for better and more accurate solutions over the last couple of years, and now we have really pushed the boundaries, which is what we could achieve with the secular calendar. The weak point in the perpetual calendar until now was that it needed an adjustment in the year 2100 because of the irregularity in the leap years rule. So in the Gregorian calendar, you have a leap year every 4 years and every 400 years. but you don't have a leap year in the years between like 2100, 2200, 2300. So that's a basic rule, and this continues until the year 3999. What happens in the year 4000 is not yet defined. So we are going as far as mathematically and the calendar programming allows. And to achieve this exceptional order of leap years as defined in the calendar, we had to add 2 additional gears to the gear train, and we completely had to rework basically the gear train solving the calendar programming. Now we're using a set of various program wheels and Maltese wheels to do the calculation of the mechanical years. And one of the most fascinating components in this new gear set of the calendar is that we have 1 year that is only turning once in 400 years. And this year also includes 4 specific positions that a finger would feel to see if there's a leap year in the 400 years cycle or not.
And this is also something that was not possible before, but as I understood it, it's because of the Liga technology that you can grow those wheels in a much more precise way than ever before.
Yeah, I think that compared to the world of secular calendars, which is a very small world among the brands in fine watchmaking that are capable to resolve that, we can be proud to have found a solution that only consists of 8 components. So our approach in watchmaking, combining smart engineering with craftsmanship, it becomes absolutely visible in the way we construct this eternal calendar, using the least amount of components in a very, very clever and technically fascinating way. And so we are using also very complex wheel constructions to resolve this with a lot of technical ingenuity, combining actually several functions in these program wheels in one component.
So this, if I understood it, it's the standard perpetual calendar program wheel embedded with 2 extra wheels that have been Liga grown to achieve the precision that is needed, because in 400 years to match that one day that you want to show a leap year or non-leap year, depending on what is necessary, that needs an extreme precision.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there is something else extremely precise, you told us, the moon phase. Was it 45 million years?
Yes, it's 45 million years. We apply for a record in the Guinness Book of Records with this, because we set ourselves apart from the current record, which sits at around 2 million years, quite significantly. And this is also achieved with a set of just 4 wheels, which have a extremely precise gear set and proportion. This gear set has been mathematically calculated to very high precision. So our precondition when we developed this was we don't want to use more than 4 gears. We want to have a maximum of 100 T's per gear. And then there's a couple of mathematically possible combinations calculated. In fact, it's more than 23 trillion possibilities, from which we selected actually the gear set combination as we are executing in the current eternal calendar.
So that's, with a distance, the most precise moon phase indication. And of course, this is executed in the very recognizable IWC double moon phase.
Yes, it's also combined, you're absolutely right, with a moon phase display that is not only beautiful to look at, but this is an IWC invention that was first introduced in the year 2003 to display the shape of the moon like it's visible on the northern and southern hemisphere in parallel.
And in the Portugieser eternal calendar, we have the caliber 52460, if I'm correct. Are there other design features in that movement that we should know about?
This movement actually consists of a base module, an automatic caliber, which is a typical IWC automatic caliber with a very large diameter of 38 millimeters. We have a double barrel construction delivering 7 days of power reserve. And we have a movement that is really like a state-of-the-art construction involving like pallet winding, involving ceramic, automatic wheel, ceramic clicks, ceramic bearing here and there. So we are also using our competence in ceramics also to build this latest generation of automatic movements.
The Portugieser Eternal Calendar is, of course, the big masterpiece, and it features new design codes that I can see in more of the new Portugieser models, because there's quite a few more. Can you tell us what was the redesign that is done?
The new collection actually reinforces the design essence of the Portugieser, being a large watch with a very open dial, with a kind of instrument-like precision and readability. And this openness, this transparency, this almost airy character of the very first Portugieser is emphasized in the 2024 collection. And the Eternal Calendar serves as a kind of blueprint for the rest of the collection. On the Eternal Calendar, we have taken this aspect of transparency, reducing the case ring height, adding double domed glass front and top, adding even a glass dial on the Eternal Calendar. We have taken this to the extreme, making this a truly fascinating case design in all respects, and giving this relatively large watch a very airy, almost transparent and translucent character. And this design principle has been translated to the various references in the core collection, starting with our new range of 44 millimeters perpetual calendars that also uses the same type of construction with a very low case ring from precious metal, and the very domed glass and domed dial on the front, and even a domed glass on the backside, giving a better visibility on the movement. And the same principle is continued also to the automatic 42 millimeter and automatic 40 millimeter models.
Looking very good, and I saw a bunch of new colors.
Absolutely. The Portugieser is about timeless aesthetics, timeless beauty, and we wanted to introduce this collection with colors that would combine basically a certain news effect with a timeless aesthetics of the collection. So we've added 4 colors that are inspired actually by the different times of the day, starting with silver moon, going to horizon blue for midday, going to dune for the late afternoon, the warm light, and then having obsidian black for the night. And these colors have both, they have a certain newsworthy look that they add to the collection, especially when you see the collection at the point of sale. But at the same time, they're also very classic colors that are almost non-colors, and they are not fashion colors. They will remain with and go very well with the timeless aesthetics of the Portugieser as such.
Christian, thanks so much for explaining us the Eternal Calendar and the beautiful revamp of the beautiful Portugieser collection.
You're welcome, Frank. Thanks.